Hey, welcome back to the shop. Today's the first day, putting something new in. This piece of plywood, she's got to go boxing the other far end of that old soffit. And got the air tools out. And the other big news is the all of the lumber for the floor is ordered and will be here this week. 12-inch, 20-foot long engineered I-beams. Bought them kind of one size up from what I really needed to. It was only like $100 more for the whole floor. It's going to make it a little bit stiffer. Probably a better way to go. Yeah, as my friend Nick is fond of saying, going bigger will never hurt you, you know. So, kind of excited actually. Putting something up today rather than doing demolition. So I need 5 of these, 13 1/4, and I'm using the first one, factory edge, to mark all the rest of them. And there's 3, here's 4, which is the first one, and there's 5. I'll tell you what, having 4 sawhorses the same height for a sheet of plywood to rip stuff 4 feet long, that's great. This is a way bigger pain than I thought it was going to be because the air nailer's heavy and these 1/2-inch boards are heavy and you're having to nail them from underneath. That's a pain. So there's the last one up, and yes, it's the next morning because the real problem with doing work on the ladder and having to hold that with one hand while holding and doing the first nail, at least holding the air nailer with my left hand, is arm fatigue because I drive a desk for a living and I don't do this. Alright, so here's my process for finding where these bolts should go in these sill plates. The blue line is 1/2 inch off of each end, which is about 7.5 inches off the inside, and it's a straight line. The walls are 8, the boards are 7.5, 1/2 inch in. That's a straight, blue's a straight line, snap with a chalk line. Notice the bolts are not evenly spaced. I don't know whether they usually are or not, but these aren't. So what I'm doing is I'm setting the board the same distance from the blue line on this end and that end, pivoting it off of the whatever bolt is the closest to the blue line, or farthest from the blue line. So I'm pivoting it off of that. So now the board is parallel to the blue line. And then I'm marking both sides of the bolt, and I'll go back and then measure the distance from the blue line to the far edge of the bolt, and that's where I'll make a mark so I know where to drill holes. That worked pretty good for the first one. This board bows a little bit here on the end, so I'm a little bit further in here, but that's what it is. Well, I'd say that's pretty much spot on. One side done. Alright, don't yell at me in the chat. Yes, I forgot the sill plate padding. Yes, I remembered before I got too much further. Well, that's about as long a day as I can manage. It's 4:30 on Saturday, starting to look a little cloudy. It's going to rain tomorrow, Sunday. And but I've got all the sills in. They're straight and they are within a gnat's ass of being exactly 20 by 24. I'm super happy. The only one that gave me problems, as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap right here. That board just got a curve in the end, and so when I run the rim joists are all going to be 12 foot. So I'll run the 12 foot. I ran that sill plate from 12 foot all the way full length to here, and then I just cut a short piece here. It's 80 inches. So I'll run the 12 foot across that way, and it'll split like over the door. And so it'll split a different place in that. And I'll keep it aligned. There's going to be rough cut poplar clapboards over the outside, board and batten over the outside, not clapboards, board and batten over the outside, hanging long over that. So you'll never see it. I'm pretty happy. It came out darn straight and within, kind of furniture tolerances of exactly the right size. So here we are. Really, for me, day one of construction. I'm kind of day two because I did this that scaffolding, or the the soffit underneath of there, solid soffits where that's going to be boxed in inside the new building. Came out great. It's a long day. I drive a desk for a living. Manual labor for 6.5 hours, about all I can manage at this point. Oh, but it looks good. I'm pretty happy with it. Everything came out real straight, and the sizes are, lengths and everything are exactly right. I worked basically 10 o'clock in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. With a couple half-hour breaks. A lot of up and down ladders at the end, which kind of wore me out. The rest of it was fine. But, man, climbing ladders, I am not up to that. Well, hopefully not a lot of ladder work for the next phase. The floor materials are all ordered. Engineered joists, rim joists, subfloors, all in glue, all ordered. Going to be here the end of the week. Today's Saturday. Be here probably Thursday or Friday. We're not sure which. But then hopefully next weekend I can have some time off again and get some more work done on it. Project at work has been delayed, and we're still testing the thing and trying to get it out of here before, God, please, before Christmas. Wouldn't be the first time we worked through Christmas on that program. Might not even be the third time.